Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube channel. Good morning. Hope you're all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or in the internet. In today's episode of A Message to Manage Your Day, I would like to share some thoughts on the theme Love of Enemies. Mahatma Gandhi, in his autobiography, The Story of My Experiment with Truth, spells out the philosophy and practice of non-violent resistance, satyagraha, to bring about political change. He also acknowledges that the fundamental principle behind non-violent resistance is Jesus' teaching about love of enemies, which was also the guiding principle of Gandhi's life. Gandhi, like Jesus, believed that when you continue to be good to your enemies or oppressors, it challenges them, breaks their superiority, and brings them to the negotiating table. Using this principle of love of enemies in and through the practice of non-violent resistance, Mahatma Gandhi, without a bullet being fired at the British, made them agree to grant independence to India. It is this belief that made Abraham Lincoln to say, I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. Love of enemies can be considered both negatively and positively. Negatively considered, love of enemies calls for letting go and not following the law of retaliation or the law of the jungles, according to which you pay your enemy back in the same coin. You fix boundaries for revenge and vengeance to the one who hurt you. And you ask an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Love of enemies as not following the law of retaliation concretely implies that you repay evil with kindness, forgiveness, and reconciliation. You do not return insult for an insult. You diffuse a conflict by doing more than what is needed. You show more responsibility and greater sense of duty rather than demand and fight for your privileges. You respond gracefully and not grudgingly, even if the demand is unjust. You do these tasks with cheerfulness rather than with resentment. Thus, you practice the spirit of generosity by giving what is asked of you and not expecting it to be given back to you. Love of enemies, positively considered, implies the practice of the ethics of genuine personal relationship with your enemies. It concretely implies that you believe in the inner goodness of your enemies. You believe that the hurtful actions of your enemies can inspire you to know your imperfection and help you to strive for greater perfection. Sri Chinmoy says, I must love my enemies for two reasons. They inspire me to recognize my weakness. They also inspire me to perfect my imperfect nature. You believe that you can bring transformation in your enemies and make them your friends by pardoning and acting kindly towards them. Hence, the need to forgive your enemies and reach out to them in love and kindness. Do I understand what it means to love my enemies? Am I guided by the law of retaliation in my relationship with my enemies? Do I repay evil with kindness, diffuse a conflict by doing more, respond gracefully to a demand that is unjust, and do it cheerfully? Do not return an insult for an insult and practice the spirit of generosity? Do I believe in the inner goodness of my enemies and be grateful to them for helping me to recognize my weakness and inspire me to perfect my imperfect nature? Do I believe that I can bring transformation in my enemies by pardoning and treating them kindly? Do I do this in actual practice? Dear friends, there is a Chinese proverb which says, whoever pursues revenge should dig two graves, one for the avenged and one for himself. If you fail to direct your life based on the principle of love of enemies and allow revenge to guide your relationship with those persons who dislike you, no genuine good can happen in your life and in the life of the people in your inner circle. Instead, if you forgive, pardon, and be generous towards your offenders, whether or not they deserve your kind treatment, and pray for their well being and happiness, the kindness you manifest towards them can ignite the goodness that lies deep within them and destroy their negativity and transform them into your friends. May the divine, who makes the sun to rise on the good and the evil, and the rain to fall on the just and the unjust, be your model and inspire you to love your enemies and be kind to them. Make you an instrument of love who is capable of igniting the goodness in others and transform them, thereby make your environment a better one for you and all others who are part of it. This is my wish and prayer for you, dear friends. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.